Hi Blue Marble Riders, welcome to episode 2 of my monthly video vault, motorcycle videos that every rider should watch. Welcome to another short video where this week I recommend 4, or is it 5 videos? You'll figure that out, with motorcycle related content that caught my eye and I'd like to share them with you. As I said last month, some of these creators will be very well known, and chances are you may well have seen one or more of their videos, perhaps even the one I recommend. I'll likely come back to the same channels a few times as I believe they have much to offer us during these dark, long winter nights, although this week they're all different, and I'll leave the links on the cards at the end of the video. The first video this week is about a bike codenamed the New York Steak by the manufacturer to keep it under wraps while they developed what is now considered the epitome of 70s superbikes. They were targeted at North Americans and run in secret on Talladega Superspeedway for a month at full throttle to test their reliability. So secret indeed was this bike that as a pre-production model it was tested and ridden across America by Imola race winner Paul Smart, a man synonymous with Ducati and British bikes. But the bikes were deliberately misbadged as Hondas to keep those prying eyes away from them. It's not hyperbole to say this manufacturer's entire fortunes were likely riding on this bike, and so they put everything into it. The mandate was that the bike had to be slim, sleek, and sexy. It had to be extreme, and the #1 performing bike on the planet, hence the name. Well, they nailed it. And it was the first bog-standard production bike on the planet to top 125 miles an hour since the Vincent Black Shadow. High praise indeed. A tuned version of the bike with Von Duhamel set a record of 160 miles an hour at Daytona in 1972, just as the bike was launched. What is it? Well, that would be telling. But come to the end of the video, click on the first card and grab your favorite bevy and enjoy this 8-minute revelation with its great camera work and evocative sounds. A sad side note to this story is that Paul Smart recently died on October 2021 in a motorcycle accident. He was a lovely guy, and I will include a link to a short video where he chats about his Imola victory in the notes. Humble is the word I'd use to describe him. Okay, from the nostalgic to the technical. Even if you are not an anorak or a nerd a little like me, you may well find this video interesting. Have you ever wondered why a parallel twin doesn't sound as good as a V-twin? Or how it is that Yamaha, among others, are changing that? Well, the guy over at DFA gives what for me is the easiest and most visual way of understanding how parallel twins are inherently lighter, but V-twins are inherently smoother, until Triumph and Yamaha got involved, that is. Why is it that Harley-Davidson, with their unevenly firing twin bikes, dominated flat track racing for so many years? Can it really be less to do with the power or weight, and down to the crank and firing order? Some manufacturers choose parallel twins over boxers or V-twins. Why? What are the inherent problems of traditional parallel twins and the advantages of a V-twin? This is a great video, one I really enjoyed, and one you will stop and replay many parts, many times, to review and to believe just what you've heard. But at over 26 minutes long, I suggest you wait until you have some me time for this one, and of course, a coffee. Okay, this third video is just fun. Paddy Outback is a motovlogger who has been around for a few years. He has a small following and offers something different. I like to check in with Paddy once in a while to see what's going on with him. Paddy lives in Oz and is perhaps, like me, slightly eccentric. Well, like a lot of us, I expect. After all, we ride motorcycles and it's not really mainstream. I don't know Paddy, but you feel like you know him after watching a video or two. Well, this video was a real eye-opener for me, this latest one, as given his recent motorcycle history, his latest acquisition got my attention, and not in a good way initially.
Goodbye, old friend. You were a good bike. But it's time to move on to something much more stupid. But what has replaced it? Now, if you follow my socials, you'll have seen that I have been mentioning getting a new bike over the last few days, and there's been a lot of guesses as to what I would have gotten. You know, did I get a 1050 Strom? Did I buy a 1250 GS Beamer? There's a few kind of odd guesses, such as a Grom. For God's sake, I'm a 6'4" 40-year-old bloke. I didn't buy a Grom. Jesus. Yeah, you definitely weren't expecting that, were you?
I was quick to write off his choice, but in Paddy's typical inimical style, he won me over. I suggest you watch the short "What the hell have I done" video for a good chuckle, and then the subsequent "Why I Bought It" video for a refreshing look at why different can be good. I'll chuck the links on cards at the end of the video. Finally, I've always liked Moto Guzzis, but I've never owned one. The Le Mans, the Mandello, the Griso? The Griso is an unusual bike with plenty of character, and I nearly bought one a few months ago, second-hand, at my local dealer, but luckily, or unluckily, it was gone by the time I decided to pounce. Now, of course, I want one, but there are none available. Typical. So, to allay my hankerings, I watched him as he goes through his entertaining introduction to life with a Moto Guzzi Griso.
I've gotten used to this now. Finally, I can talk about this new set of wheels. It has been a long time coming. I've had it for a few months, which is a blessing and a curse, because obviously I've got a little bit more to say about it because I've lived with it for longer, but it's been a pain in the arse trying to get this recorded for many different reasons. Some to do with the bike, and some to do with the weather. This is my new Moto Guzzi, well, new/old, new to me, Moto Guzzi Griso.
It's not his first Moto Guzzi, and it's not his first vlog either. He's very polished and gives clear, unbiased reviews of the bikes he tests. Rarefied Road is a road worth travelling down if you like to watch well-edited and concise real-world reviews of bikes. Well folks, that's it for this month. I hope you like them. After you've watched them, let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't hesitate to recommend any video you like to revisit or one that's entertained you. The links are in the notes below the video if you missed the cards. Cheers!
Once again, thanks for watching everyone. If this is the first time you've watched, please consider subscribing. I do motorcycle reviews, motorcycle related product reviews, off-road and on-road vlogs, as well as tours. Even though I'm not the most diligent poster, don't forget to follow me on social media. That's Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And to like. And especially, I'm begging you here folks, subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified whenever I release a video. This is the Blue Marble Rider, out.